Hi, boys and girls. Okay, now we're going to discuss a book that I will be reading to you about scientists. And remember, scientists ask a lot of questions. And who else also asks a lot of questions? Here we go. Mr. Q. Hi, boys and girls. Mr. Q likes to ask a lot of questions. And what sound does Mr. Q make? Qua, 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 Q. What are some words that start with the letter Q for Mr. Q? Quack, 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 quack. Who quacks? A duck quacks, right? Quack, 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 quack. What other word? Quilt. A quilt is a blanket. Quack, quack, quilt. Find some other words at home with your parents and your family of things, items that begins with the letter Q. There are some worksheets that I sent for you to do at home, and your parents will be able to download it, and you can work on those worksheets that has to do with the letter Q. Now, the book that I'll be reading has to do with scientists, right? Remember, this week we're talking about science. Okay, what do science do? And the name of this book is What Do Scientists Do? And here you see the picture of a scientist. It looks like he's in a classroom or his laboratory, right? So let's find out, what do scientists do? They ask questions. Scientists love to ask questions, just like Mr. Q. And one of his questions is, what will happen if? So there's a question mark there. What will happen if? Well, we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen, right? So that's what scientists do. They find out what happens. Here's another scientist, okay? What do scientists do? They form a hypothesis. Now that is a big word, boys and girls. Hypothesis. What is a hypothesis? It is an idea that scientists investigate to get the correct answer. So this scientist right here, she's saying, I think. Here we go. Now, what do you think with? You think with your brain. You use your head. You use the brain inside your head to think. And then as a scientist, you investigate something. You find out what that is. Okay? Anything that you would like to investigate is something that you find out what it is. You don't know what it is. You're thinking and you're trying to get an answer. And that's what a hypothesis is. Okay? Is to investigate and to get an answer. Okay? Now, after the scientist is thinking about their hypothesis, then the scientist will test it. They test their hypothesis. So whatever this scientist was thinking about and doing, this scientist is going to find out if it really works. So they're going to test their experiment, or they're going to test what it is that they're thinking about, right? They're going to investigate, which is getting an answer, which is getting a hypothesis. Now, once the scientist gets their answer after thinking, then they record their observations. They make sure that they write everything that they discovered and everything they found out by writing it down or drawing it. So this scientist will record her observations. And finally, the scientists will come to a conclusion. They come to a conclusion. And conclusion means the end result, something at the end. So whatever the scientist is doing and investigating, thinking about and investigating and doing an experiment and finding out what it is, at the very end, they come to a conclusion, which means they're going to talk about what they did, what they found, and why it happened. All right, boys and girls? So that is what scientists do. What do scientists do? Have your mommy or daddy or sister or brother or a family member download this book when you go on your Canvas, and that way you can read this book again at home, and you can talk about experiments, and you can talk about hypotheses, and you can talk about thinking and observing and recording with your family at home. All right, bye now. And Mr. Q also says, bye, boys and girls. Until next time, bye.